I'm glad you walked out of that like a Vanderbilt tattoo.
Yes.
So
The bats were cold, right?
I finally got my kid to bed, and I was like, I got to turn the game on. Turn the game on. First pitch I saw was a grand slam. Turn it around.
Oh!
Welcome to the Chubb A&H Fantasy Football Podcast with your host Howard Liu, Brooke Miner, and Garrett Nazro.
Back. Let's start with we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
All right. We are back. Here we are, episode 6, 5.
I love it. I love it. Keep going. Roll with it. No one watches these things. We're okay. This is our 100th episode, everybody. You've made it.
Yeah, you know what? We're just going to keep going. All right. The theme this week is breakouts. So we've had a lot going on in the league this week. Some high scores that haven't been doing well in the past. So we'll start with recapping, though, the games. So first, we're going to start with the Steelers. The Steelers' old player, Juju. I mean, seems like the Chiefs at this point can make any player good. Kind of crazy. Juju Smith-Schuster had his best game since being on the Steelers 4 years ago. So there you go. There's the Chiefs at work.
We got to put Taylor in some ads. Get her out there.
Speaking of the Steelers, too, I mean, horrible loss to a beaten-up Dallas team. I don't even want to talk about it, but honestly, pretty pathetic. I guess another big question is where will Devontae Adams go? I know, Garrett, you're probably hoping the Jets maybe make an.
I don't even know at this point for Devontae, right? Like, Saints just lost their quarterback. Is he going to want to go there?
Nope.
You know, I don't know. And then Steelers with Justin Fields, like, do you really want to go there? I mean, I still think he comes to the Jets, but, like, we look like a dumpster fire right now. So
reunited with his boy Rodgers.
He should just retire. Just retire. Just go away. Take your money and get out of here. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. I don't know. It's ugly. I really need him too in the 18 league. I need him to stop being a little baby and start playing football. But I think he's going to sit again this week. So
I saw that. I think he plays the Steelers this week. I want to say. I think they said he's not playing.
Oh, he didn't get a first-hand look of what team he could potentially go to.
Right?
Yeah, it's like right there. Like you could just save the plane ticket and just go home with the Steelers. You know.
He's going to be a Jet. It's going to be next week. He's going to be a Jet next week.
Jets?
I would not be mad against Pittsburgh.
What's your odds on that? 200?
I ain't giving odds on it. I'm not giving odds on that.
So next we have Daniel Jones. Something extremely interesting that Garrett pointed out is that he is averaging more points in fantasy than Patrick Mahomes. Who would have thought? Definitely not me, but here we are.
Just to clarify, that still means he sucks. It just means Mahomes might also suck this year. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Makes no
Mahomes
sense.
had a great start to the season, but somehow they find a way to win every week.
Good for fans.
Usual.
Suck for real life.
Yep.
Pretty much.
And then another big topic is the Cleveland Browns. Seems like that fan base can never catch a break. Very unfortunate. They really need to sit Deshaun Watson, but at the same time, they're paying him so much money, probably one of the worst deals ever. So I think it's
going to open up
hard.
one hell of a chain of massage parlors. That dude is loaded.
Yeah. He just needs to quit. I don't even know.
It's a disaster in Cleveland. There's a lot of disastrous teams, but for some reason, Cleveland always feels worse than everybody else.
Yeah. I feel bad, too, because I think, at least from what I heard, I could be wrong, I think it's like the owner of the Browns that more so wanted him and signed him to the contract, and like the head coach is, I don't know if he was like opposed to that contract or what, but I think he's in a weird situation because I think he would be fine moving on, but I think it's the owner and stuff that, I don't know.
He's keeping his ego in check. He's like,
seriously,
I spent the money. I need to get the money's worth. He's what's that called? Pot invested or whatever? Yeah.
I think you're right. But yeah, moral of the story is Cleveland continues to be a dumpster fire, and I don't think anyone's going to want to go there for the next couple of years.
Oh.
Sucks for them.
And Jaden Daniels, I mean, he is still just absolutely tearing it up.
Tough test this week. Tough test. This is like for real. You look at his matchups. Who's he played? It's like the Bengals.
Nice
Who
draft.
defense is kind of eh.
Yeah, he's played some bad defenses so far.
Yeah, Giants, right? Bucks. Now he's got on the road against the Ravens. We're gonna see for real if this kid can play.
I agree. That will definitely be a game to watch for sure. Kirk Cousins becomes the first player in NFL history to have a 450-yard game with 3 different teams. I mean,
He's impressive.
you can't not love Kirk. That's
Gotta
awesome.
love him.
You
Come
do
to the Jets, please. I'll give you Aaron Rodgers.
And then I'll just point out some league updates real quick. So Spencer's still 5-0. Anthony P breaks out and scores season high of 163 points. That is a lot. Big spenders this week. Garrett, you spent $36 for Bigsby.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's why they pay me the big bucks.
Big money.
They want me to make good decisions.
Big money
Big money going out the door for the tank. Are you kidding me? I'm
We
gonna
also got-
plow through the rest of this season. Wait till you see what he does for me.
We also got $16 spent on a kicker.
That's amazing.
Look at that.
I mean, I
Actually-
get it. They are top performers in this league.
He actually told me that he fat fingered the 16, right? But he got
Oh,
his guy
no.
though.
Hey, get your guy. Get your guy.
Get your guy.
Who was this? Who spent the money?
Anthony P.
I guess before I pass this over to Howard, Garrett, I have a quick question for you though. How do you feel about your head coach being fired and blindsided, escorted out of the building? I think that's a little extreme, but I don't know. What are your thoughts?
It's definitely doesn't make any sense, but it's a typical Jets move. Another Cleveland situation where ownership just, I'm so sick and tired of them. But I don't get it. He was like, we're like one of the best defensive teams since Saleh joined us, and we're looking awesome this year, keeping us in games. And you get rid of him, and then you promote the defensive coordinator as the interim head coach. So it changes nothing. Maybe hurts the defense. Changes nothing on offense. It feels like an Aaron Rodgers type decision, though. I feel like we're just doing anything we can to keep this guy from retiring from football. But I don't see how this changes anything. Maybe they're gonna take over. They're gonna have someone else doing play calling because it's been looking stale. But all I can say is we all gotta hope. I don't even know who has him in this league, but I got him in a ton of leagues. Like, let's hope Breece Hall goes back to being Breece Hall. I don't know. I read some weird thing that said that when teams fire their coaches mid-year, it actually does help locker rooms. So we'll see. But looks like a dumpster fire. Back to the rebuild.
Interesting.
Thanks for asking about that, Brooke. Really appreciate it.
It's like rebuilding
No
I-95
problem.
nonstop. All right. We good? Losers?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go losers.
Go for
it. Losers. Special shout out to Zach. It hurts to lose with the second highest points of the week in both leagues to the highest scorer, Anthony P, which is sad. We got Joe Raleigh that can't get off the floor of the quadrants of sadness. 0-5. You should have lucked out into a win at this point, right? Like, it's impressive how well he's maintained his streak. Got some injuries. We got H-Hand concussed. Nico Collins going to IR. Aaron Jones with a hip injury. Michael Pittman, undisclosed injury. He's going to be out for a couple weeks, right? So we got some people to fill in. But what? Anthony Richardson's coming back from him? I think that's a terrible move, but whatever.
Yeah, I guess you got to ride that experiment out.
Yeah, yep. And then what's up? All right, shout out to Griffin for not getting the job done and letting Spencer go 5-0. That's kind of disappointing from the Ace High division. So we got
The man's hanging a Mets jersey out here, and no one can beat him. Disgusting.
I have a Garrett's gripe for that. Okay, we could wait for that.
Save it.
Actually,
Save it.
Save it.
He's getting too much airtime on here. We're not talking about Spencer after this week.
That's not because he's got to lose to Jeff or Jeff's got to beat him.
There you go.
I'll be giving him shit too. All right, that's good for me. Well, I could bring up the quadrants and like maybe have to do something about the formula of all these people moving out of the sadness quadrant, which actually doesn't. They're moving into power, which is like not correct. So
Till I get out of that bottom left quadrant, I'm good with skipping the whole quadrant thing.
really, you don't like to be
Yeah.
sheeted out, between everybody.
Did get that dub though. Did get that. I'm in 4th place. Okay, I'm in 4th, guys. Wow.
It's okay. Of your division, right? Oh wait. Are you talking about your guillotine league, or are you talking about?
Oh wait, never mind. I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's 4th in division. Damn
Your
it.
division.
What's the standing? Let me look at the standings.
I was gonna
You
say.
know what though, right? And
Well, everyone was 3 and 2, and I'm 2 and 3.
the whole Alliance League is 3 and 2, which is like, all right, you know what?
It's
We're all
full
competitive,
standing.
right? Everybody's still in it. Everybody's still got a chance.
Is there anyone worse than me? Does anyone only have 1 win?
No.
Oh
everybody-
god, there's a couple.
Oh wait, there's 2.
No. We have Tuttle, and then who's this?
Tuttle and Jake.
Tuttle and the terrible shove in it. Ryan Downs,
Oh,
1
damn.
4.
Oh,
Oof.
okay. All right. All right.
Anybody's game, baby.
Let's move on. Garrett's gripes.
Here we are. I don't have too much here other than I'm just going to stick with the tight ends again. We just got to get rid of it. I mean, Tucker Kraft had a nice big game. Obviously, a genius play call by yours truly in the guillotine league. Got Laporte on the bench, picked up Kraft. I think he's going to be here to stay. But, is Kelsey going to get 10 catches a week now? Maybe. Hawkinson coming back, right? I think this week. I think he might have a chance to save it. But right now, there are 50 running back, wide receiver, kicker, and defensive players above the top tight end. And the only consistent tight end is George Kittle at this point. So, yeah, boycott tight ends. I don't know. We just got to get rid of them. They're useless and annoying. Hate them. Brandon Aubrey still just defying logic, right? He's like running back 4, wide receiver 4 on the year or something. Still got like 5 defenses that are playing like should be 3rd, 4th round picks. So I don't know if that's a gripe, but it's just crazy. But yeah, that's really it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big Phillies fan. So if you want to take it on this one with Spencer, if you got a gripe for him, go for it.
This is one
But
of
you
those
know,
grinds my gears.
there it is.
Garrett's gears to grind. There you go.
A real loser.
Yeah, right. It's some of these fans that like strut around the office just because they made a playoff in the last 13 years and had 1 win. Now they're like hanging their jersey on the outside of their cube. Like they've been here the entire time. What's up with that? This guy is literally
I'll put a free sign right above it before he gets back
It's
on
literally
Monday.
like FAFO, you know? If you guys know what that term means. It's like fuck around to find out.
I was wondering what it meant. I didn't Google it, but I was wondering what you meant by
you
that.
did know.
It's like, what the hell's a FAFA?
FAFO. Yeah.
I thought it was like first in, first out. I thought we were like doing taxes, capital gains.
Yeah, don't strut around the office thinking that you've been here the entire time, okay?
Someone has to beat him. Someone's got to beat him. It's a joke.
I don't get to play until week 9, all right? I'm waiting too long.
All right. We're not waiting that long.
For that. Get Garrett.
All right.
Jeff to do it.
I got some random recaps for the week. You know, Jamar Chase is an absolute monster, and so now the Bengals are 1 and 4. I don't quite get it, but like he's wide receiver 1. I don't think there's anything close. Higgins looks good too. I can't even imagine what's Chase gonna do next year when Higgins is gone. I don't know, man. He might be the top pick. DeAndre Swift, is he back? Like 2 good weeks now. He's like 70% of carries. Like, all right, maybe the Bears are starting to look better. Maybe DeAndre Swift is a viable starter the rest of the way. He looked dead the first 2 weeks. Derrick Henry looking like a steal right now. Ravens O-line starting to gel with those 3 new starters. Lamar is probably QB1. Josh Allen does not look like normal Josh Allen. He's still like QB5, but he's got 3 weeks where he finished outside of QB10. Defense can't stop the run, so clock gets wound down a lot. Doesn't get as many drives. So we'll see, man. But yeah, Allen kind of frustrating people. A little hit and miss. What else we got? Yeah, Nico going down, right? Hate to see it. He was on fire. He was on pace for like 2,000 yards.
Shame.
So maybe Tank Dell is going to like get the ball. He's got the 4th worst yards per route run in the NFL after looking like an absolute stud last year. Throw him the ball, CJ. What are you doing? So we're going to see what happens here. Otherwise, I guess it's Diggs time again. They don't got a running back. What else we got in the docket? Brian Thomas looks like a gem, and I will say that I thought he was going to be a bust. But rookies in the Pro Football Focus era with an 80-plus score in each game through 5 weeks. OBJ, Chase, Lamb, AJ Green, Calvin Ridley, Malik Neighbors, and Brian Thomas Jr. So it's not like all LSU people back.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. That's like
awesome.
That just like they just pump out our receivers. So yeah, as you said earlier, AR-15 coming back. Let's see what happens. Alec Pierce maybe going to be back in the fold here. And a fun stat: Joe Flacco officially has more 20-yard or more runs on the season than the Cowboys. He has one. Cowboys suck.
I forgot to mention too, going off of our theme of breakouts, we have a couple players that scored more than 40 points in fantasy this week. Joe Burrow, Kirk Cousins, Jamar Chase, and Lamar. So
it's some big weeks. Some week carrying. Huge week.
Fantasy points.
Good stuff.
What is Jaden Reed doing? Right? Like, does anyone even know who Jaden Reed is? He's the wide receiver 5 on the year for the Packers. I don't get it. I just read a stat that said anytime they've played with whenever they have done a 2 wide receiver set on the field, he's never been on the field once this year. So he only plays on like passing downs with 3 wide receivers out there. Kind of crazy. He's wide receiver 5. Nuts. Cooper Kupp is coming back. Just saying on the old injury front here, so we'll see what happens. Are we going to see Rams return into a fantasy powerhouse? Right? And yeah, Malik Neighbors is an absolute unit. Giants got 10 plays over 20 yards. He's got 7 of them. I saw some that had like target share per wide receivers in the NFL. It's like nobody's even remotely close. It's crazy. I guess Daniel Jones still sucks, but you can start Wan'Dale Robinson and Malik Neighbors confidently at this point. Pretty crazy.
That's nuts.
I still hate the Giants though.
That is crazy.
I concur.
What else we got? CeeDee Lamb, like he's getting pissed off. You'd love to see it. I guess you guys maybe don't here in Philly, but he's I think it's time to let him do his thing. I think he's about to start tearing it up.
Catch some balls.
Yeah, man. I think it's time to shine.
We need him, Howard.
Yeah, we do. This week,
And we're on the 2-week countdown for the Tyreek Hill meltdown. I really thought we were going to see it by now. I thought he was going to implode. Antonio Brown take his pads off and walk out in the middle of the game. I really thought it was going to happen, but maybe he'll get arrested. We still got 2 more weeks for that, but could be good drama, good juicy drama. But Tua's coming back in 2 weeks. I don't know how much that kid's brain can handle, but we'll see.
All right, well, that's more to come.
More to come.
Game of the week. What was the game of the week? I think it's Jeff versus Spencer again. I don't want to talk about Spencer again. But Jeff, you got to do your job.
Wasn't it Anthony's game?
Was it Anthony?
I mean, he put up 163 and won. It was like 163 to 150 something, I think.
Well, game of the week for next week. Match of the week, I guess.
Oh, you're looking ahead.
I'm looking ahead. We're looking ahead. We need people.
I mean, you can't throw out prestige worldwide. I mean, the guy's got a chance, right? Scrape together wins. No, I'm not going to win this week.
All right, shout out to the CA Chubb Alliance North too, having the most wins externally. Good job. Most points. Part of that.
Love to see it. Yeah, I got nothing else.
All right. Well, that's it for this week. Hopefully we get you some great content. That nice shout out from Pat McAfee. Awesome. If you guys watched it. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Give me reviews. All right, guys. See you next week.
See ya.
Bye, guys.